So when all this was going on, around about the same time, you also decided to get involved in the boutique market. Is that right?
Yeah.
What were you thinking? You had some time?
My first idea of boutique was 2013.
Right.
I'd been to America like we all have and seen the rise of Soul Cycle.
Yeah.
So I tried to start obviously a concept, if you like, inside our clubs.
Right.
But obviously getting a member who has always had it for free to then start trying to pay, albeit the extra money was only going to the instructor.
Right.
The model didn't work. So
right.
I always, with us not being in London at the time, I wanted to have a go and just obviously see if when the time was right. So I left it for a few years, and then obviously I seen Barry's came to London,
right.
as you know, Cycle opened, and then obviously, as I say, then I felt the time was right. And in May 16, I opened Best Boot Camp in Charing Cross, which was an old Fitness First.
Yeah, it used to be so that was Beat First, which wasn't successful.
Yeah.
So why did you think you could?
Well, I think because Fitness First was so strong in that area.
Right.
I don't think they really, they could have managed without Charing Cross. You had the Strand, Covent Garden, so it was like very, very, close to other clubs, if you like.
Right.
It was a very, very weak, during the week. It was a very, very during the week club, weekend no trade type thing. So they made that decision to come out there, and as I say, I took the opportunity.
Do you think they were a little bit? Because they were quite. I think they were probably one of the first. Maybe not exactly the first, but they were quite early on in doing a boutique. Do you think they were sort of a little bit too ahead of the curve?
I mean, that's obviously still the aim. Like trying to put boutique type classes, if you like, or facilities inside the clubs.
Yeah.
I think they did that. Obviously, it still works now in 4 or 5 locations that we've got it.
Yeah.
We're still putting it into more clubs now. So absolutely, it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just maybe it was ahead of its time,
Yeah.
or maybe, as I say, they didn't see it through long enough.
Right.
It's not something you'd open your doors to and people come into.
No.
It's a slow burner, You need obviously brand recognition. You need understanding of what the brand is, what it does, what the workout is, and only over time, obviously bringing people through your doors. Do you get that? So maybe they on that one they pulled it too early. But as I say, Beat's very successful in other clubs that we've got it.
Yeah. And with the boot camp, you just opened another one as well in Kensington.
South Kensington, yeah.
And how's that going?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We had some problems early on with noise, like everywhere in London does, but I'm over them now.
Yeah.
So the boot camp, which we'd done right from the start, I've got a boot camp and a spin studio.
Okay.
The boot camp got off to a great start, whereas obviously because of the noise, we had to do some work inside the spin studio, and that took a month or 2 extra. Yeah. But it's starting to get there now. Obviously, if they're not busy in January, they're never going to be busy.
No.
So.
And just tell us a bit about the product then. What's the concept in terms? What's the philosophy around the Best Boot Camp then?
Okay, so it's a boot camp. It's a 50-minute workout.
Right.
Obviously, following obviously like a boot camp style. Yeah. Treadmills, obviously floor boxes, dumbbells, kettlebells. So it's an all-over body workout using both the treadmills and using obviously floor exercises.
Right.
And then obviously the spin studio is Best Cycle is obviously obviously to the beat, obviously the rhythm ride.
Yeah.
45-minute class using obviously a full body workout.
Right.
And good.
And you kind of combine. I did one when it first opened. You kind of combining. You got kettlebells, and so it's not. It's quite the functional part is quite mixed as opposed to some of the other concepts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean. It's based on a 50-minute workout between obviously running and obviously and working on the floor. Yeah. And it's a strict concept as opposed to like obviously where we've just opened a new studio in Leeds, like obviously which is like a real like a boutique concept inside our Leeds club.
Right. And
that's obviously like a mix of all over body workouts. Right. Full boot camp style class, a real boot camp style class. Ropes, assault bikes, walk bikes, and that's obviously so it's a different concept, different space. Right. As I say, we're all trying to find a winning concept, right?
Yeah.
And that's obviously what that is too.